and welcome to the show. I am a guy hosting the show, and this is the post game podcast watch party. Welcome, folks. So, um, getting started a little bit later than anticipated because this game actually is going on later than I expected it to be. But Tampa Bay is up 20-19, and here's the kick return. Oh, they stopped him with no time left. I thought there was going to be a second, so that's all she wrote. Man, Tampa should not have stolen this game, but they did. Credit to them because it looked like the Texans were having their way all night. So good for the Bucs. They get to 2-0. Man, the poor Texans just seems like you talk about how the freaking Bills are cursed. I say Houston is just as cursed. And let's not forget one of the worst losses in franchise history for the Texans was against the Buffalo Bills. I'm just testing your football knowledge. But seriously, what game was that for those of you in the chat? That really has nothing to do with anything. It does seem like the Texans are cursed, though, man. I mean, a team with... I've never been a guy who was a fan of Bud Adams, the old owner of the Houston Oilers, but that team, I don't expect a businessman to sit and lose money, and they were at the end of their time as the Oilers, and he got them out of there. But you feel like if there wasn't... I watched a documentary on the 1993 Houston Oilers, and if that team would have managed to get to a Super Bowl, not even win one, but to get to one, that could have happened, I think they'd still be the Oilers today. Maybe not, but I think that is a definite possibility because the team they needed a big win. I mean, even to get to an AFC championship game would have been like, all right, this team is on the doorstep of a title. Dallas was nobody knew at the time, but I mean, they ended up repeating in 93, and then Jimmy was out. So I think that if Houston could have gotten to a Super Bowl, their best chance was 93. But you feel like if they would have made it at least to the AFC title game that year, the confidence, they maybe could have taken it into 94, but we'll never know. I'm just a big fan of football history. The game today, say what you want about it, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that era, specifically the 90s, man. If you think the game's better today, but in the 90s, I mean, all the stuff you're seeing today with free agency and with these flashy players, it started with Dion and with, that way of playing back then. it was the beginning of the run and shoot that was taken over, and it was sort of phasing out guys like Brett Favre, who were just the old school take a beating, but just kill your heart in the fourth quarter in the last seconds type of the gunslinger thing. It was leaving the league and we didn't even know it. What I'm trying to say, but wrapping up week 1, and we have, I didn't know Orlovsky was calling this game. We have Lewis, his name Lewis Riddick, and the guy who calls the college football games is here tonight. You have to excuse my yawning. I did not get best night of sleep, but I caught up throughout the day. I love these watch parties with y'all because I never get to do them, honestly. But I feel like that is changing, and I'm doing them more and more. Excuse me, I don't get to do them during the week, but I'm doing watch parties more and more, and I love it. And I do have a guest coming on the show this week to react to all of the combat news this weekend. Of course, Bud Crawford getting the dub against Canelo, one of the biggest wins actually just before I jumped on the show. I saw the numbers that Netflix pulled in for viewership, and that's impressive, man. I think boxing is a pulse. And if you're Canelo, where do you go after that, man? I mean, 7 years of dominance. Going to be interesting to see where boxing goes now, my friends. But football, yes, tonight we have the Raiders and the Chargers. Getting my headphones. Kickoff just went down, and I almost said Oakland already. I want to counter in the chat for how many times I do that tonight. But the Raiders are starting with the ball. I love this matchup of the Chargers and Raiders. It's one of the most classic rivalries in all of sports, not just football. So we have the Raiders on offense first. And my stream is cutting out already. Or it looked like, I'm sorry, I said it's actually the Chargers starting out with the ball first. 2nd and 10. I got to get my phone positioned in a better spot. Going from the gun, Herbert completion down to the 20. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4 as they're showing the offense of the Chargers. You got Harris in there. Who is that? Bozeman they're showing right now on O-line. These are two teams in recent years that I'm just not as familiar with because I've never rooted for either one of them. Herbert gonna take off and oh no, throws almost picked. Threading the needle on that one, boys. For those of you just jumping on, my phone was freezing and it looked like the Raiders started with the ball, but it actually was the Chargers. So Chargers going to play it safe early, go for the 38-yarder right down the middle. So they get 3 to start. I mean, if you're playing Philly, I don't think you can settle for 3. But they are playing the Raiders. And no offense, but the Raiders, I mean, they have to prove themselves, but I feel like this is going to be a big test for them tonight. They pass it. Watch out for this team. I mean, Pete Carroll. I don't know what to say because it's not a direct rival of the Raiders and Seahawks used to be rivals, but they're not really as much now. But it's still like that's such a Pete Carroll move to go to Vegas and coach them. He either wants to be near the talent or be near the big city. My man was I couldn't stand USC in the early 2000s. What about y'all? Start playing some commercials right now. I gotta get backup going for the stream just in case. This is still on. Screen is on college football from over the weekend. I love that if only every game could be like this, or they mute it for everything else, the announcers, and it's just the crowd noise you hear. It seems to be working all right now. So, San Diego Super Chargers kick it away, and from the 1, Raiders going to take it out. Ooh. There have been some great hits tonight in these games. So the Raiders, obviously Ashton Genty, you have Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers. I shouldn't count the Raiders out just yet because they do have some star power that they brought to this team. And Gino working with Pete Carroll, that's a plus. Gino making a change at the line. They're going to start out with a run. Ooh. Right, as I said, they've been very physical tonight, both of these teams. Man, what an opening run. Who is that in space that tried to take him out? Ooh. Or Eric Weddle's old number, 32. Good completion on first down. Now for the San Diego defense. Man, it's so wild that Khalil Mack is see him still playing at the level he is. It is impressive. Uh-oh, some confusion at the line. Geno saved that play. I don't know if that was supposed to be a run. He got messed up at the line, so buckle up. First third down of the night for the Raiders. Set after the motion. Ooh. Big pickup on third down, and that was a nice setup right across the middle. I don't know who 32 is, but he is getting burnt. Early on, the Raiders' offense is looking good. Chargers man up there and hold them to 3 yards. And I'm about to change the score here. And the 3-0 lead so far. Geno has time again. What was that, Geno? Incompletion, and so the pressure worked out well on that one. Could just be nerves. I mean, the Chargers, they're playing in our first Monday Night Football game of the year. But you could say the same about the Raiders, and they look pretty good so far on offense. Just a coincidence that I'm wearing Raiders colors. He wants a flag, and he's going to get one. I need to see that again. Of course, Harbaugh's pissed. It's Clay Martin is giving them the shaft. Yeah, he got the back of the jersey. It's a pretty good call. Harbaugh always looking like he's ready to play. Chargers shouldn't have nerves because they opened the season up in Brazil against defending AFC champions, their division rival, and they won, right? Just happy we don't have to listen to Tom Terrific on the call. What do you all think about him on Fox? I don't know what it is. This is not me hating the Patriots. It's just, I can't get into him as an announcer. Geno getting pressured. Uh-oh. Good recovery on that play. Geno may have had a route there. I need to see the replay. Gave him good time. Oh, yeah. 23 recovered late, but nonetheless saved their hide on that one. Third and 7 again. Is this the third and 7 on this drive? Gino pressured. There you go. And speak of the devil, Khalil Mack. I wouldn't say return to the Mack, but he never left. Man, if Gino would have just, if he could have kept pumping his feet a little more, he actually could have. I can't imagine how strong Khalil Mack is. That grip. So we have Carlson, 54-yarder, right down the middle. Not your dad's era of kickers, my friends. And yes, we have ourselves a tie ball game on the frozen tundra. They keep playing this promo for wrestling on Saturday. Cena and Lesnar. I don't know. That deal that ESPN has with they just struck a deal with the NFL Network to acquire Red Zone, and I don't like that because I feel like it's a dagger in the old way of doing things. That's just my thoughts, but yeah. I don't know. I like the even if people don't get as into Chris Berman as they did, like, say, in 2005, that era, if you grew up with it, I still like to see the fastest 3 minutes there. It's just the comfort of knowing it's still around. I don't like ESPN taking over all this stuff. They're pure evil. Evil, I tell you. You guys like that deal? I mean, if they're trying to put butts in seats, trying to get people to watch, I get it, but it's just, it's not, I don't think that people watch ESPN as much as they like. Do they not understand that there's so many things that, for God's sakes, I have a face that I could be Perna's brother. There's so many YouTubers doing these sports streams today. Smitty, all these guys. They have Peter Schrager on the sideline. Yeah, just at ESPN, they're not what they once were, obviously, and I think sometimes I think they don't know that. There's people like, I don't have to say his name, but a reporter who thinks that he's God's gift, and it's like, come on, man, have some awareness, please. Good coverage on that. I'm showing Tommy Terrific in the stands. so weird to see Brady up there. I mean, he's been retired now for what? This is his third year of retirement? Oh, somebody jumped. So they're backing up San Diego to a 2nd and 15. I just see this being a low-scoring game tonight. What do you all think? Herbert with good time. Did he get that? Nope. So 3rd and 15. Raiders look sharp on both sides of the ball. Good coverage, physical. This would be a big pickup if Chargers can convert on the road early in this game. Herbert going out of the gun again, I believe the 3rd time in a row. Good fake. Oh, he's going to have to run now. So he gets them about 5 there. A little bit better position for the punter. It's that kind of night. I think it's, like I said, it's just going to be defensive struggle. Herbert he doesn't look settled in yet. That was a pretty good kick. So the Raiders will start at the 16 after the break. Pete Carroll, and I just realized, Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh, they coached against each other in an NFC Championship game. That was one of the best games I've ever seen. The infamous 2013 NFC title game. I'm the best corner in the game. With the worst play caller in the history of the game. Like, I still cannot believe what are you thinking? Throwing the freaking ball. We'll never expect it. It's like, dude. Still makes me sick. And this is not even like I'm a fan of either one of those teams. Oh, well. Seahawks should have repeated that year. It's still one of the best teams of all time, but San Diego, they need a team again. I should put that up as a poll in the chat if you all think that they'll get a team in the future. I just don't understand why they couldn't work it out to keep San Diego, to keep a team there. I mean, really, you had pretty solid market. LA's just so crowded. Padres. Wow, Terrence Crawford is at this game. Hey, take it in. Enjoy your off time. Gino made his way out of there and completes it. And he breaks the so close to breaking that tackle. People sleep on how elusive Geno Smith is. He was... he pulled a Mike Vick there. Looked like he was about to run into his own teammate and threw from a strange angle. Looked like when somebody was trying to throw from an awkward angle to a catcher. Ooh. Only to see all of that go away in one play. Swallowed the run up there. Oh, he ran into his own. Okay. That can happen. They're staring at 3rd and 12 now. Tied at 3. High snap. Gino gets it down. He goes underneath. And it just gets some yards for the punter. Yeah, I mean, this is nothing but defense so far. Raiders were moving well on their first drive. Chargers were as well, but so far traded a pair of field goals. Punting from just outside the 10-yard line and pretty solid kick right there. Backed up from zone 20 up to 28, 29-yard line. Headphones are unplugged. Who looks better on offense so far? I would say the Raiders, but it's mainly Geno making all the plays. Maybe they'll get it together with the run game. Other than that opening run where he ran over 32, it's been quiet on the ground thus far. I can't wait to go to a game this year for college. I haven't been to a college football game in God knows how long. I think it's been about last time I went to a college football game. I think 2016. Wow. Like actually went to a game. I used to do pedicabbing at games, and I was never into the team I was pedicabbing near, but I don't count that. Although that's the beauty of UVA Stadium is that you can watch games from outside the stadium. You can stand on the sidewalk if you want to for hours. Sipping on some Circle K coffee. Not really, just in my Circle K cup. Fooled you. Nice completion. Finally, Chargers get it going with McConkey. Yeah, the announcer is talking about the sail route he ran. But you got to credit Justin just as much because he stood in there, knew he was going to take a hit. Harris with about a 4-yard gain. Trying to think of how I'm going to eat anything at halftime. Not ordering any food out. Definitely not cooking. I have some fish in the freezer I really want, but I'm feeling way too lazy for that. Uh-oh. Free play, and Herbert definitely took advantage of it. Yeah, what happened on that one? They're saying, is that on Crosby? It's not on Stills and Nash. Yeah. All right, so rare penalty on Max Crosby. Justin took advantage of it. Man, he's just so quick off the ball, but that time just a little too much. I mean, rivalry game. What do you expect from him? The Chargers are already in field goal range. Good fake. Herbert with another clean pocket. Not quite. Looked like he had a lane there, but closed that down quick. At the playoff. Oh. Keenan Allen basically just got all the penalty or the sack yardage back, and then some, setting up a much better third down situation. 3 to go. Yeah, is this 4 down territory? That's a good question. Honky again. Put a flag down. Oh, it is the Raiders. Oh, this one was, I thought that was going to be on. Almost said Oakland again. Yeah, they had a first down. But
a 5th-round pick. Made a 5th-round pick move, and penalty sets him up with a now 3rd and 8. I shouldn't say that. Brady was a 6th-round pick. He's going to get it, too. Ooh, was that a late hit? He got the first, and I think the defender just couldn't stop himself. And is that a late hit? I got to watch the replay again. He's saying no, of course, but let's see. Yep. Half the distance. Paul Malo. The helmet hit. I mean, it is the Raiders, so are you surprised it's a late hit? You gotta like that, right? That's old school. Chargers stalled on their last drive, but they've had no problem moving it here. They have a 300-pound fullback. Did they just say that? I thought he said fullback was 300 pounds. I'm like, what? And a lot of laundry on the field this drive. Raiders with 12 men on the field. Raiders have to step up here, man. They've been sloppy on this drive. I feel like every year I miss these doubleheaders for Monday Night Football. I'm glad I caught this one. I love these defensive battles. There you go. Crosby is a madman tonight. His jumping is just the way he reads these, how quickly he gets in there. The force. He's like a more trim Howie Long. Kind of reminds me of Howie in some ways. These kombuchas are so good. Highly recommend 221 cranberry ginger. It's pretty good. Blueberry, my favorite. Chargers are running this play clock as much as they can. Herbert again creating space with his leg. With his leg, excuse me. He did get in. Wow. Touchdown. As long as they, of course, the review looks good. He got it. Keenan Allen looking sharp so far. Their offense is looking sharp so far. Who's had the better half so far?
Score does not indicate. The Raiders look good on offense. It's just that drive, the defense did not look good. You cannot have that many penalties, especially in a game like this. Keenan Allen made a hell of a play there, too. Some Hall of Fame stuff there by Keenan Allen. It certainly helps having, I believe, a future Hall of Famer throwing the ball to you. I keep talking about WrestlePalooza as we wait for the Raiders to take over on ew. It's 1st and 10 from the 35. Raiders are moving the ball well, but Geno's had to that's not good. Khalil Mack heading to the 10 as quickly as he can. Holding his wrist, his right wrist is that's the way the quarter ends. Auburn and Oklahoma, Florida and Miami. God, I cannot wait to watch that game. I can do without the Thursday night game. God, the Bills are probably, how much you want to bet, they tie the Dolphins record, put up 70 on them. Do you think their coach is fired if they lose that game? If they're blown out, I'm going to say yes. And the Dolphins can't catch a break. They were in that game against New England. I got to give him that. But I think he's on his way out if they lose by 3 touchdowns or more. We'll see. I'm going to run away for a second. Don't go anywhere. Into the bathroom during the break. 2 minutes.
Down a little bit. No. Walk back into a flag. Mack heads to the so Khalil Mack is heading to the locker room. Face mask. Oh, it's not good. Although with the wrist, better chance of him sticking around this season. The backup already making impact. Bud Dupree. He's a veteran, man. I mean, hey, this is where legends are made. Good fake. Smith with a lot of time. Oh, nearly picked. Gino with these quick screens, man. Can cost you. I don't know what that was. Third and 10. Gino right over the middle. Myers with a big catch there. They needed that. Another sail route. I mean, this could be the biggest drive of the game because if the Raiders are playing against a Khalil Mackless team, Gino's damn good at throwing awkward passes. Barely got that one away. 10-yard penalty on the play. Another flag. Going to make it 1st and 20, but if they can get into the end zone here, man, I mean, you got the Chargers defense on their heels without Khalil Mack. The other side of the ball, though, they do have Herbert, so as long as he keeps doing his thing, you can't explain how big it is if they hold him to 3 here. Genty trying to break away. He's only going to get maybe 2. Second and 17. Gino, man. He threw his shoulder into him and damn near got all 17 yards back. With Khalil Mack there, would he do just that? I don't know. $32 not wrapping up. 3rd and 2 coming up. And draw it. Genty got it, man. They made that 17 yards look easy. Good drive for the Raiders right now, man. Gino with all kinds of time and another swing pass. Looks like a 5-yard gain. There it is. Going to the end zone, but not a good throw. Yeah, I don't know about that throw. Tried to thread the needle there. Stack to the left. Oh, ball hit the ground. That is massive. Yeah, botched the snap, and the Raiders, man, they're going to be kicking themselves later over that because they had a golden opportunity to put the Chargers on their heels without Khalil Mack. Imagine if he misses this kick. And he didn't. What a beast. Yeah, Herbert, I mean, what do you do right now? Do you open up the drive with a deep ball? I think they need to, man. Their passing game's hot right now. The Chargers can find a way to get into the end zone. I mean, you can't understate how big that is because they go get a 17-6 lead and you're on the road without your best defensive player. Just waiting for them to come back. For anyone in the chat, who was your favorite Raider of all time? I want to know. Easy for me. Ted Hendricks. Absolute maniac on and off the field. And we are back. Yeah, I think the Chargers need to just keep doing what they've been doing. Go put it in the end zone right now. Yeah. We're talking about Pete Carroll's spirit. Don't talk to them USC about that. Chargers were definitely active in free agency. I mean, Khalil Mack, that was absolutely a steal for the ages. Ooh. Raiders finally swallowing up this offense. I like the call, though. Trying a gadget play on first down. You only lost 2. You got to go put it in the end zone. Herbert in the gun again. Going underneath. The out route gets the lost yardage back and a couple more. 3rd and 7. They're showing the Raiders very respectful and very embracing fans. Yeah, they're going to go to McConkey here. Stack to Herbert's left. 3 receivers. Back in motion also to his left. Plenty of time for Herbert here. What was that? Just nobody open that time. Man, McConkey was... Oh, he was open. Wilson tipped it at the line. Feels like this game is moving slowly. Suppose that's a good thing if you are a foosball fan. Raiders are doing everything right so far on defense, other than the Keenan Allen touchdown and the sail route that McConkey caught early in the game. And if they go put it in the end zone, they won this half. I just don't know what to say about. I mean, Geno Smith is doing a great job of creating plays with his legs, but it's you can't keep pressuring him like that and ask him to do that the whole game, man, because he is just the pocket. They need to improve that. To put it lightly, the Raiders, I think, honestly, they should be up. Playing a Chipotle commercial. They have a petition going to. I was just telling my fiance this yesterday to get the fine people at Chipotle to name a bowl, I think, or a burrito, maybe, after Ozzy. Genty. Oh, one broken tackle. He may have had some space. May have seen nothing but daylight after that. Here's a question for y'all. What's the most unexpected death so far this year? Would you say that it's the Charlie Kirk death? I don't know if anybody was really surprised about Ozzy. Nice play. Tight end gets him the first. Genty with 7 carries so far. Yard away from 30 on the ground thus far. Man, I need to dust over here. See, these quick routes are just... They're giving them too many quick looks like that. The checkdowns. Oh, nice recovery there in the deep ball. Geno hasn't really gone deep tonight. Pete Carroll wants a flag. You can make an argument there that was PI. Geno took a good shot to the right to the dome. Pete is letting the ref know. 5:21 to go.
Why did this not change? I don't know why it didn't update to 10.6. There we go. That didn't stick, but yeah, 10.6, not 10.3. Motion on the 3rd down and 2. Oh, that is going to do wonders for their confidence. The fact that they stopped him on a 3rd and 2, Raiders offense rolling. Man, there's still plenty of time to make it 17-6. Even 13-6 without Khalil Mack. Absolutely massive if they can put it in the end zone, though. I guess they're not doing the Manning cast tonight. You can't have your golden boys, Peyton and Eli, do a doubleheader. I just can't get into that, man. The Manning cast. They're too. Like Peyton Manning, when he first started out in the NFL, I thought he was funny, but it's like when somebody catches on and they realize that they have their shtick, and they just run it into the ground. And that's kind of what's happened with Peyton over the years. It's so crazy to see Eli also be. When Eli was in the league at first, I was like, there's no way this guy is going to stick around. After 2005 and 6, I was like, that right there is the end. It certainly proved us wrong. It was either all or nothing with Eli. Goes and wins a Super Bowl, or I don't think he ever went to the playoffs outside of the 2 Super Bowl years and won a playoff game. They're showing the Holy Roller. Dave Casper, the Ghost. Absolute boss. There's nothing real in the world anymore. I love that call on the Holy Roller. Bill King. Great play-by-play guy for the Raiders. Iconic. Keenan Allen with another grab. They have 1 yard rushing so far. And they're up by 4. That's wild.
big play right now. Biggest play of the game. Third one, man in motion. They're going to run it, and he gets the first. Breaking tackles. Almost 3 tackles broken on that play. Chargers just, they have a new focus this year, man. Team looks sharp, like they've cleaned things up in the offseason, and Harbaugh knows the game. Halftime, I'm going to talk about some other games this weekend. Going underneath, and ooh. Disley took a big hit, but held on to it. Max Crosby, big UFC fan. Seeing him at some events. They're going to a commercial, playing Lunatic Fringe. Very fitting for a Raiders game. Is that Sean Penn in that new Leonardo DiCaprio movie? What is it about? Why does it feel like Leo hasn't been in a movie in many years? Second to last movie I saw in the theater was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Speaking of, it's crazy. That was the last time that I was drunk in a movie theater. It's the best way to see that movie. If you've seen it, it takes a while to build up in that movie. I mean, it's funny, but very worth it for the ending. Okay, so they're saying, he's in a sling. Khalil Mack all wrapped up with his pads off, no jersey. I guess is he out for the game or just for the half? I don't know. As Herbert goes deep. Oh, what a route. 60-yarder. Beautiful. Who was that? It's Quinn Johnston. 91-yard drive, man. massive. Without Khalil Mack to have a touchdown, and they get the Raiders get the ball to start the second half. They're probably happy about that. If you're the Raiders, I mean, a minute 51, gotta go get some points. Cannot understate how big a 17-9 game would be. Does Red Bull give you wings? Putting that poll in the chat right now. Do you feel that you have better energy after chugging a Red Bull, or do you feel the same? Sometimes you just have that I've had too much caffeine feeling. But yeah, they really need us. The Raiders need a score before they go into the half. They can put it in the end zone preferably. But if Khalil Mack comes back for the second half, that would be... Imagine how hype that defense is going to be. Potential Super Bowl matchup next week on Monday night, Ravens and the Lions. I got to go Baltimore on that one. The Lions, I think they are a force to be reckoned with, but I just feel like the Ravens are going to have a little bit more. I think they're playing hungry after that Bills game. They're going to be on a mission. Raiders going to take this one out to the 28. We got a minute 45 to go, so what do you call in here if you're the coordinator? You got to be careful with the sail routes and with the verticals. They're going to be looking for that. They go with the short pass again. I was going to say it's either that or they're going to – they've been making it happen over the middle. Gino getting them up to the line, quick snap, going over the middle. Already right around the 50. And they have all three of their timeouts, man. They're playing for the end zone. Incomplete. At least that stops the clock and reserves the timeouts. Still a minute 14 to go. Updating the score as we speak. Yeah, the bunch plays. their passing game, I mean, what they've been calling tonight, it's been working, but it's one of those games where you're somehow down and you should be tied right now. Gino rolling. Oh, man. Uh, what was Gino thinking there, man? Okay, he went down at the. Wait, so is he down at the 1? Massive pick right there. Chargers are rising to the test. They are geared up on that sideline. No Khalil Mack, too. You know, Gino's ticked about that. What a big opportunity for the defense with 1:04 to go. They got them backed up at the 1. What do you do if you're the Chargers? Go underneath with a quick pass and run the ball. I don't know. You have Dicker, the kicker, come in if he can get in the field goal range and make it a 2-touchdown game. Harbaugh has to be pleased, man. I mean, they've just thoroughly outplayed the Raiders in this half. It's not trending that way. If they go up by over 3 touchdowns, do I call the stream off early? Herbert over the middle, nice play. Raiders are using timeouts. They want this ball back. This will be me at halftime. To be continued. 3rd and 1. Hampton got it. The Chargers have to be content with going into the locker room with a lead, although they're not thrilled, I'm sure, to be. Yeah, they don't get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. And that'll do it. So the Raiders will be getting the ball to start the second half. The Chargers couldn't have played a better half, and more impressive, they did it without their best player on defense. That's can't ask for better than that. I just wanted to see if Chris Berman was they going to do the fastest 1 minute they call it tonight. He's not on the regular ESPN staff. I just wanted to see who was doing that. I didn't know it was. That makes sense. It's Jason Kelsey. He makes some money. What a week, though, for the Atlanta Falcons, man. I didn't see that game last night, but Lord, their defense smothered them. Every time I looked up, they were just corners were shutting them down. Passing game was looking good for the Falcons. They were running well. If you're Atlanta, I mean, how big is it to win that division this year and show that the Bucs have some opposition? Because, valiant effort, but unfortunately, I don't see the Panthers doing anything this year. Bryce is improving, but too little too late against the Cardinals, and the Saints just, I think the Saints are going in the right direction, but not this year. For the Falcons to improve from last place in some statistics defensively to as dominant as they were in prime time last night, they have to, they're on the Bucs radar. They were to begin the year. I know that much is true. But I feel like the race for the division, it will go through either Tampa or Atlanta. Of course, the big story is KC 0-2. Mahomes is playing a couple different positions. My man had Ricky Williams it yesterday, and Kelsey struggling. Critical drop, that interception. I don't know, man. I think you give them a pass because of their past success, but also because of their injuries. But are they too far behind now? Is the season gone? I don't think so, but is the Super Bowl gone? It could be a breath of fresh air for you football fans who don't want Kansas City in the Super Bowl again. And the way that the Bills are playing, I think it's going to be. I mean, if I had to pick right now, yeah, I'd say the week one matchup will be the AFC title game. The Bills will host it against the Ravens. And what on earth happened in Indianapolis, and why in the world is Daniel Jones undefeated, but Mahomes hasn't even won one game? I don't know. One of the craziest penalties I've ever seen before. And my team, of course, Thursday night went down to they went up to Green Bay, lost to the Packers. It sucks because they also lose Eckler for the year. And Philly's looking good, man. I mean, you always worry about the sophomore slump, but is it that, or is it just that the Packers are a well-oiled machine? I mean, look what the Lions did to the Bears. It was just business as usual, but they looked average. Both teams did against the Packers these last 2 weeks. And you lose your starting running back. I think the NFC title game, man, if you want somebody to be a shoo-in based off of 2 weeks, there's no one better than Green Bay. I mean, head to toe, they had just physically shutting down everything that the Commanders were doing. And the score wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. I mean, it looked closer at 27-18, but no. Commanders were never in that game. I don't like looking pedestrian like that, but we did. Those are the biggest stories, I think, of the year so far is Philly, Green Bay. I mean, the Colts. I'm kind of just waiting for a disaster to strike. But the Chargers, you want to talk about the best, let's say 5 teams from the first 2 weeks. I would say number 5, Colts. Number 4 would be Chargers. Number 3, the Eagles. Number 2, the Bills. And number 1, the Packers. I think you could switch around 1 and 2, but Packers and Bills, I mean, they've not made many mistakes. I mean, the Bills won, they gave up a lot of points against Lamar Jackson, but when it mattered, they got it done, and that makes all the difference, my friends. We're going to see how it plays out down the stretch, but I can't wait to watch this game next Monday. It's going to say a lot about who shows up on Monday night, Ravens or the Lions, because I believe it to be make or break years for both of those teams. I mean, I think one of them, they have to make the Super Bowl. Both of them have to make it to the Super Bowl. They really do, man. We're going to see how it plays out. You can make a case. Game of the year so far. I think it's going to be that. playing. Oh, around the commercials. I don't know if they've done bourbon segment yet. Am I going on break? Let's get a poll in the chat. Do you think I should take a halftime nap? It is halftime. Do need to hit the head again. These guys are not doing a good job of keeping me awake. You gotta step up, ESPN. Step it up to that next level. I don't know. I feel like Chargers could end up dominating this game if they come out and get a quick score. Start the second half. It is probably all she wrote. I'd say not only that, but if they go up 24-6, is this easily going to be the Chargers division? So far, I think so, my friends. I don't think it's close. I can't believe these commercials are still on the air. Interviewing Harbaugh right now. I do like that about him and Pete Carroll. They're just like, what do you want us to tell you? We want to go win. That's that. I mean, the Raiders should have more points on the board. I don't know if I should say that they should be winning, but the way they started out on offense, I think it should at least be 17-9. It was a ridiculous decision by Geno Smith, but I wonder how much longer Chris Fowler is going to be calling games. Obviously, college is his game. Man, he's been doing it for a long time. I thought that the Raiders were getting the ball to start the half. Actually, it's the Chargers. I didn't know because when I started the game, my screen was freezing. And it looked like the Chargers started out with the ball, but the Raiders actually had the ball to start. Chargers already taking advantage of their offense, just having every route work for them. Already around midfield. The middle of the field, another first down. If they go up 24-6, if the Raiders don't get any points on the next drive, do I wrap up the stream? What do you think? Anybody in the chat, let me know. I gotta put that down in the comments. Justin Herbert is so elusive. Lord, he makes a 1-yard loss look exciting. My man's quick. Yeah, the announcer just made a good point. He can make these plays that it saves a second and forever, and he turns it into like a second and 12, something like that. Basically got back what Herbert lost on that play. Big third down. Crowd is probably as loud as it's been all night. Herbert from the gun, right across the middle. I think he's inside of a yard short of that first. You got to go for it. Raiders are on their heels, man. I love the call. Go for it. Harbaugh knows this is the game right here, pretty much. If they can get a first down and then get into the end zone. Who called it? The Raiders? Yep. Raiders with the 30-second timeout. I haven't even mentioned my shirt. You come to me trying to request a podcast on the day of my daughter's wedding. I was going to do the opposite, a white shirt with black design on it, but I figured the black and white, I like that better. So they're going for it. Good fake by Herbert. Wide open. Keenan Allen running all over him. What a job of looking at his first read and his second. Keenan Allen has him 5 yards away for an 18-point lead. Well, 17, but with the extra point, 18. Chargers have to use a timeout, but hey, not a big deal the way they're moving the ball. What do you say about the Raiders? I mean, they've fallen apart as the game has gone on. And I think they just it's like I think they know they can't stop Justin Herbert, and they also can't stop Keenan Allen. And they're going to run it. Hampton, tripped up right before 6. Raiders are on their heels. I think Pete Carroll knows it now, too. Touchdown. No, he's short. Stood him up. I like me now. Saying that for you because if you watch TV, it'll take 30 seconds for you to hear tonight, so might as well hear the best version of it. 6 linemen. Wow, he didn't get it. No, you need to go for it right here. Go for it. Oh. Wish they would have gone for that. Of course, Dicker hits the field goal, so still a 14-point game, but, I mean, you gotta go for that. Because what's the worst that happens if you run it and you don't get there? They're at the 1-yard line. The 1-yard line. Nevertheless, the Chargers up by 2 scores. If the Raiders go score 20-13, we gotta say that was a bowl game. I am a minute and a half from the 2-hour mark. We're in the second half now. Made sure to update that as well as the score.
Little ways into the third quarter.
Ooh. Showing the replay of that field goal. Wow. Can you imagine if they would have missed the field goal there? Yeah, I don't know. As much aggression as you've seen with coaches recent years going for it much more. Yeah, exactly. The guy who's commentating this just said he would have gone for it on fourth down, and I would have too. You have them on their heels. It's 17-6, man. They're doing a sideline interview with Terrence Crawford. Packers are Terrence Crawford's team. First down, Gino. I think the short passes, finally the Chargers are sniffing them out. It's been a fast quarter. It felt like the slowest first half. We're already under 7 minutes. Just about. If they stop them and force a punt and they score a field goal or a touchdown, do you think either one is enough to say this game is put away? What is Tom Brady feeling like currently? Well, not yet. First down. Bowers with a clutch grab. He's playing through some pain, they're saying, but he's not showing it. That's the player of the game on offense for them. Good fake by Gino. On short, getting about 3 yards, maybe 4 yards. Who are the players of the game for each team so far? Raiders have a good drive going here, but if they're short here, I would definitely, I'd go for it. Gino kept it and got it. Raiders are moving it well. I mean, they moved it well before Khalil Mack got hurt, but now's the time they need to. This is a hell of a drive for them. They were on their knees. Hey, what's going on? Cheers to you too, brother. Gino rolling. Still has it, and he's only going to get, it's like 3 yards. Thank you for joining the stream, buddy. We are reacting to Monday Night Football, classic matchup of the Raiders. Now the reformed Raiders in Vegas, and they're always the San Diego Chargers, but they're back home in their original spot in LA. Yeah. Enjoying some Monday Night Football late. Ooh. Big hit. This defense, dude. What's your screen name? I don't know if you're watching this game, but they are Chargers are beating the brakes off the Raiders. Well, they were. But all of a sudden, enjoy that grilled cheese to a good game. Oh. And he gets the first. They can't afford to only get 3 on this drive. Are you a Raiders fan or a Chargers fan? You an NFL fan at all? Appreciate you jumping on the stream. Be plenty more where that came from. Gino with a good fake. Myers gets the first down. Yeah. He was short. Short by about an inch. Your team is the Aints. You were forced to play and watch football your whole life. That's tough with it. Are you in New Orleans? I love the reference to Aints. If that was intentional, I don't know if you had a typo and the S was left off of there, but the Saints, I know their quarterback because I watched him in college. That's my parents' college where he went, and they're moving in the right direction. No call on that play. Yeah, see, exactly. To me, they'll forever be the Aints. Oh, that's cool. You're from LA? I have a lot of family living out in LA. Well, soon to be. I get married too.
lady in the other room. Oh, cool. You're from Louisiana. Okay. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I do stand up, the sports podcast. It's called the Post Game Podcast, and I was a musician when I was younger. And yeah, I see. I have a lot of family in Ohio. That's cool. What part of Ohio? Raiders have a good drive going here, but if they come away empty-handed and the Chargers score, I'm about to shut it down. Southeast. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I haven't been to Ohio in 06, 07. Actually going to LA for a wedding in early November. I haven't been since last year. 20-6. Yeah, Ohio was. I liked a lot of Ohio. Some parts of it were just on and on in the middle of nowhere, but I'm used to that because I grew up in Virginia. It's very a lot of farms, a lot of mountains. I don't mind Ohio at all. I thought it was a pretty cool place for us to have our family reunion. It's the last time I went up there, and I've been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame and flown through Cincinnati, all that. Do you go to surrounding states, or do you just work, live in that area pretty much? Do you ever go over like to because you're a football fan? Like, do you go to Bengals games, Browns games, and go over to the Steelers games? I grew up being sadly a Redskins fan, but my second favorite team was the Steelers. But as I've gotten older, I don't really feel that connected to them anymore, the Steelers, and it would make the most sense to root for the Ravens because they were second closest team to me, but it's kind of like a sin for Redskins fans to support the other team near the Beltway. Yeah, I'd love to see the Saints play. I'd love to go to a game in New Orleans. I've actually never been to New Orleans. I was supposed to go to a bachelor party there last year, but it fell through for me. But maybe this year I might be driving from New Orleans to Texas if the world is in a perfect world. Do you go back to LA often? It's second and 10, so it's the Chargers stop a mirror, man. What do you do? I think you got to go to the middle of the field. Like, yeah, Ben, it's been your bread and butter all night. Oh, you've never seen a pro baseball game? See, that's what I'd like to do down here. I'm trying to go to a Tampa Bay Rays game because I'm in Florida, and that's the closest baseball team to me. I haven't been to an MLB game since God, what, like 2000 or 2001. Who would you go see? Who's your favorite? Do you have a favorite baseball team? Baseball's cool live, honestly. I like it. People give it crap and they're like, "Oh, it moves too slowly." I don't. I don't think that matters. Football has like 7 or 8 minutes of action. It's a 3-hour game. Yeah, you should go to a I guess the Reds. The Reds would probably be the closest team to you, right? Yeah, see, exactly. I miss playing sports, man. I played football, but baseball was my main sport, and it was just so much fun. Middle school, high school, you couldn't beat it. You realize that when you get older, as you can tell, I am. The Raiders about to make this a game. I was getting ready to go to bed. Nope. Just after midnight. Gino too high. Yeah, you can't kick a field goal here. But I'm with you. Yeah, playing sports over watching sports any day. I miss playing baseball. It's a great feeling when baseball came easily to me because I had a pitcher's release when I would throw, so it was definitely the right sport for me. Football, I just couldn't get into playing it as much as I do watching it, sadly enough. Yeah, it was definitely nice meeting you too. If you want a sub, if not, either way, come on back. Definitely appreciate you watching. And I'll be doing plenty more of these streams. I have an interview that I'm about to drop this week. If you're into combat sports with one of the personalities in the game, stick around. Raiders about to delay a game. They don't get it off. They do. Gino's in trouble. Ooh, took a big hit, but he got the first down, but a flag. Oh, is it going to be a flag on? You cannot have a flag there, man. back. I don't know what happened because it went out for a second. And I'm good here, but the game is not coming up. What happened? Okay, so internet cut out altogether. 20-9. Only 11:15 to go. I don't know, man. I think if the Chargers get a score, I think it's over. We've had a good time here tonight. Been going back and forth with chat a little bit here. Had some people drop in. I only had one issue the whole game. I want to remember that face. I was about to wear the Sam Kinison shirt. Then that would have worked perfectly. Yeah, should have. Remember this face. Ah! All right, so how about this? If the Chargers score, I am going to. Let me rephrase that. If they score a touchdown, I'm calling it off because that's the game. And if the Raiders make a comeback, sorry, gonna have to miss that, folks. I don't know how in the world they didn't come away with. They needed to come away with more points than that, but nevertheless, a 20-9 game. I'm in the second half right now with y'all. Enjoying some football on Tuesday morning. Let me take French. Now I have lunatic fringe stuck in my head. I used to be a med tech, and I work one-on-one with patients, and I had a guy who thought the lyrics of that song was "Let Me Take French." I love that with music, how we could spend years thinking the lyrics say one thing, then it's something completely different. The human mind. So we have one last gasp for the Raiders. If they can stop the Chargers here, they can go down and score and get a 2-point conversion. Even if they don't get a 2-point conversion, only a 5-point game. Herbert's got to go downfield this drive. Show them they're not scared. He wanted to go into the tight end, but instead of that, went to the middle of the field, and a good call. Yeah, I think it's over if they get a touchdown. There's just not enough time. Harris with the second effort. That's huge. We're about to be inside of 10 minutes, so if they are not able to stop them, even if it's 23-9, I just don't think there's going to be enough time. Nice play, flipped it short, and he broke. Man, the tackling tonight for the Raiders, just especially these last two drives, has been abysmal. Najee Harris has made the difference tonight. Him and Keenan Allen, I think, are the... Actually, I guess you could say Justin's been a player of the game candidate as well. Incomplete in the middle of the field. Late flag. What in the world? Bozeman was downfield. I don't know what happened. Here we go. Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. But the clock stopped, so 9:07 to go in the fourth quarter. As you probably noticed, I was doing it by halves. 20-9 is the score. Sometimes this update's a little late. 2nd and 10 now for LA. McConkey underneath. It's 8. He would have broken that tackle. I don't know how many people they had downfield, but he didn't. So 3rd and 1. Chargers did stay in bounds, though. I think this is, if they get a 3rd down conversion here, there's no doubt they're going to score something. What do you dial up? I think they're going to run it inside on a draw. No. It's not going short underneath. Oh. What was that? Herbert has played a damn good game, but he's going to want that one back. No, he didn't have him underneath, so. But trying to fit that one in there, I don't know about that. Max is like, seriously. I figured they'd stay on the field. Oh, I was going to say, if they're going to kick it away, they'll give the Raiders a chance, and they just look good on their last drive. But you didn't need that to happen. Man, I'm glad I didn't stop streaming. I didn't even see that he fumbled, but okay, that makes perfect sense. So, Raiders have life. Folks, this isn't over. They need to go score right now. I don't think you can have the way they've been playing. I think they've got to score a touchdown now, because if they get a field goal, it's like, I don't know. I don't trust them. I do not trust them.
They don't score now, they're not going to score at all.
What do you guys think about doing it by halves instead of quarters? It's a weird way to stand out, or so I think. Yeah, I don't know what just happened with the Chargers, man, but buckle up. Gonna be a hell of an ending. Watch the Raiders turn it over immediately. I mean, they're already in field goal range. That's the crazy thing, is that, but like I was saying, I don't trust their offense to get a field goal and then go get a touchdown, 2 points. They've been lethargic a lot of the second half. Come on, Gino. Oh. Yikes. If that would have been a pick, that would have been it. I mean, if the Chargers lose this game, you know that fourth down is going to be talked about for the rest of the year. And what do you dial up here? 3rd and 2. Going short pass again. Yep, and they get it. Wow. 15-yard line. Yeah, they got to get into the end zone, and honestly, the next minute, How many timeouts are left? Come on, boys. That was a good play defensively, but I mean, you stop the clock. And the Raiders are going to get in before the 6-minute mark. Kind of a high snap, but Gino gets it down. Goes quick. Ooh. Man. Losing 5 on that play. Couple of bad plays here for the Raiders. And if you don't get the first down here, yeah, they're going to have to go for 3. I mean, credit them for making it a game. They need a touchdown on this play. 6 minutes to go. Oh. That one's going to stand. Saved the day. No Khalil Mack. Botched 4th down. Raiders were on the doorstep, man. Huge pick. They know it. Yeah, folks, I think that looks like the end of this one. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 2 hours and 40 minutes. And that's how it looks like week 2 is going to end. Chargers come in here after being in Brazil and beating the defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs. They'll win on the road again, get a division win. And I mean, the Raiders have potential, man, but there's some holes tonight clearly that they need to zero in on. I mean, I think clean up the running game a little bit, protection for Gino. I mean, the short pass, it was a little bit inconsistent, but showed some promise. I think because I'm tired, I can't give you the best analysis of how the Raiders played, but I mean, they had moments. It wasn't like they were flat the whole night. Yeah, this has been a frustrating night for them. Gino is heated over there. If looks could kill. I mean, 3 picks tonight, but I don't think all of them were on him. Gino did a good job of creating space, making some impressive throws under duress. But yeah, he did have some mistakes tonight. It's still week 2. Like I said with the preseason, now it doesn't matter. You almost say that about early in the year. I think I'm about to wrap this one up and less than 10 minutes. It looks like boys and girls. 3rd and 4. What do you dial up here? Because I think if they get it, that's probably it. Herbert. Oh. Man, they've had some. Chargers have had some critical mistakes tonight, man. Big moments. What do you do here? You take a shot deep to start. Raiders really haven't taken a lot of chances tonight. Is he going to return? Yes, he is. Setting him up with some good field position. Going to be at the 33 to start. And this is definitely it. If they don't score on this drive, shutting it down. We have, let's see. I got to look at games next week. So obviously, we've talked about the Monday night matchup next week. Lions and the Ravens. One of the biggest games of the year. Obviously, Thursday, we know, stunned if the Bills lose that game. Vikings and Bengals. I don't know if you say this early in the season that's saving a season if one of those teams wins, but Bengals are on the ropes after the Joe Burrow injury. And the Vikings, they need some life after that loss. Jags and Texans should be a dub for Jacksonville, and they get to 2-1, get a division victory. Colts and Titans, that's going to be a big one for Cam. If he can get a dub, his first of his career division win against the Colts. And the Raiders will be playing my Commanders. Philly and the Rams, I can't wait to watch that. Steelers and Patriots. Rodgers should get a win on the road. Falcons and Panthers. I'm going to go Atlanta in that one, of course. Packers 400-0 over the Browns. Bucks should beat the Jets. Seahawks and Saints, that's about the only one I don't know. Because I'm going to take the Cards over the 49ers. I'm going to go Chiefs over the Giants. Cowboys over the Bears, and Chargers over Denver. What was I going to do? I was going to... Oh, yeah. I mean, man, if they lost Joe Burrow for 3 months and they lose on Sunday, that's it for the Bengals this year. I can't believe I'm saying that already, but that team, I swear, they just can't get it done. Can't get anything together. So here we go. 4th and 9. Or 4th and... Looking at Joe Burrow's. I was looking at his jersey. And it's a 4th and 3, 20-9. Chargers are trying to close this one out. 3:57 to go. Geno in the gun with 3 bunched to the left. He drops. Has pressure on him. And that's it, my friends. A Chargers defense down a man with Khalil Mack injured. And they get it done, man. I mean, they looked sharp most moments tonight. The Raiders had, I mean, they showed a lot of promise, but some things to clean up. It's week 2. Chargers forced to be reckoned with, my friends. And Harbaugh, you have to give him credit. The guy put it together in that city, and I think it's their division this year. I mean, there comes a time when teams take over, and the way the Chiefs have been looking, I think it can be an easy march to a division crown for the Chargers. As I say that, Max Crosby forcing a fumble. I mean, 3:45 to go. It's a tall task to try and keep him in the game. Huge play by Crosby. I mean, that is the defensive play of the night right there. If you're the Raiders, what do you do here? Are you just playing for a quick 3? Oh, Chargers almost put it away there with the tip ball, but incomplete. So yeah, I don't know what. I think here I would probably go for the field goal. I mean, you don't want to, but you have to. Gino going to the sideline. Oh, they kept him in. That's not good. They're down. Gino drops. Incomplete. They wanted a flag, and they did not get one. So, yeah, that was a bad missed call, but nevertheless, 4th down. You rise up. Could be it right here, folks. Gino, did he bobble that snap? Man, still on his feet. Come on, Gino. Get rid of it. That's it. Has to be. You got to give it to the defense. I mean, they have kept him in this game, but they need to clean up the protection, man. They're exhausted, and yeah, I mean, Gino all night has been creating plays with his legs at the same time. Chargers are just rolling it out now.
Ooh, 69 degrees outside. Love it.
Herbert got a 1st down, so I think that's that, folks. Are you going to get into the end zone one more time? Not sure. Are they going to just settle for on the clock out? It went the way I thought it would, but I mean, it was a game up until the very end. Yeah, I agree with Orlovsky on that one. I need to run the ball a little better, but they did a hell of a job in the passing game tonight. Keenan Allen, I would say, is my MVP in this game. What happened? There's a flag down for I don't know what. Oh. Five-yard penalty for illegal formation. That's really the only mistake of the night the offensive line has made. Nice job by Herbert.
Anyways. How dare they interrupt me scrolling, looking at useless videos on the internet. Do you realize what I could have been doing? I can't believe those Jennifer Garner commercials for Capital One are still on. Like some of these things, just how in the world do they not realize how bad these commercials are? Or they just don't care anymore. Regardless, I'll have a moment of silence for the original Jake from State Farm and his short-lived acting career. Amen. They're saying the Chargers are the betting favorite to win their division. What gave it away? That's it. Man, Chargers and the Broncos. That's a massive game for the AFC West. Because the Broncos, if they win that 2-1, and they would have no, it would still be
Chargers would still be on top of the division even if they lose that one, right? Because they've won 2 division games now.
Yeah. What a game, guys. And check me out. Dropping a new interview tomorrow. Can't wait to let you know who the guest is going to be. I'll give you a hint. They've been on one of my shows before. Plenty of other sports to get to, but tonight was all football. Doubleheader goes to 2 teams who put up 20 points. This one ends 20-9 in the Chargers' favor, and earlier 20-19 Bucks win. I hope you enjoyed, y'all, and cut it. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Da-na-na-na-na-na. No more singing. Time for sleeping. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your moms, tell your dog, anybody who understands or cares to listen. If you want to make a donation, always appreciated. I do a lot of stuff, but these streams, man, can't ask for a better time than just chilling, watching football, talking to you, good people. Just over the 3-hour mark. The game just called. Final score, LA 20, Vegas 9.